Mm. Yeah, I was so young. I was 19 when I decided to get that. I was just like, "Let's go." And yeah, it was what I expected and even more. It was, I had so much fun. I it gave me a lot of confidence, like pretty instantly. I was already a confident kind of gal, but it really heightened my confidence at the time and how feminine I felt in my body, let's say. So I had them for like 11 years. But since I got my explant September 23, it was like 10 years, right? And
Okay.
the first few years, it was like, oh my gosh, so high on my implants. I was like, I love these. And I was also a dancer, an exotic dancer, and so it was everything was just flowing with them, and I loved them. And then I guess on year 7, 8 is when I started to feel like, huh, some things feels off, and they started to get really heavy. So I think
Mm.
like I was kind of going through like a little bit of a consciousness shift, and I was just changing. Like I was a different woman 10 years
Mm.
ago from the woman I am today.
Yeah.
And even the woman I was a few years ago, woman evolve, new versions of you. And I never ever thought that I would stop resonating with the breast implants that I had, like ever. It was just so much a part of my identity, from being a stripper. I also felt like a little bit of a poster child for implants because so many women I knew had gotten them after seeing mine, and it was just like the extra push they needed to be like, "Yes, I wanna get mine now." So and then what happened was, universe, source, spirit, God, whatever your higher power is, whoever's watching this, started to bring women into my field who had just gotten explants, and they were sharing about it, and I was like, "Okay, this is getting a little, like, peculiar." I see them, and it reminded me of when I first was about to get my implants when I was younger, where I would see a woman with implants and, like, be like, "Oh my gosh, she looks so great, like, I want that." And now I was seeing women with their who had just gotten their explant with their, like, smaller chest, and I would be like, "Oh my gosh, she looks so good." And I was just like I could see a different glow, and I was just, like, feeling pulled to that, and I was also like, "Okay, I'm, like, seeing a lot of women with explants now, this is so interesting." And I've been thinking about this, but I kept, like, pushing it down. And I remember saying, "Okay, I'm just gonna wait until I get sick to get them out." It literally was the
Caroline, Caroline, really?
right?
Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense in some ways. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix
It was
it.
giving, like, when you're in a relationship that isn't really you're not resonating, and you're like, "Let me just wait until something gets really bad." It was, like, giving that kind of energy, which I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
yeah.
be honest, like, it's human, we do this, you know? And and so amidst that time, I'm seeing all these women the explant era was on the rise, and, 10 years ago, it was the implant era. And
Right.
obviously, there's still women getting implants now, and that's beautiful, and that's their choice, but because like, all the women I knew that got explants, they had BII, breast implant illness, and they were sick, and, there were some symptoms I was having, but I was like, "Maybe these aren't from the implants." I don't know. It wasn't, like, anything strong enough to be like, "I need to get these implants out because I'm sick."